Hello, I'm Bob Rust of Rust Law, LLC. We focus on business law, estate law, and land use law. In the area of estate law, one of the most frequent questions that we receive is, why do I need a will? Do I really have to go through all of that? Well, if you don't have a will, then the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania is going to be the party that dictates where your assets go upon your death. Your wife or whoever would serve as the administrator or executrix of your estate will have to go down to the courthouse, have to prove that you've died without a will, and then give proof of their identity and relationship to you, and be sworn in to administer your estate. And then that party must administer the estate in accordance with the laws of Pennsylvania, which may or may not, more often may not, conform to what you would want to have happen. This is particularly so if there's a blended marriage. That is, if you and your wife both have children from a prior marriage. It is exceedingly important in the cases like that. Forget anything about inheritance tax or the like, to really make sure that you don't end up with a serious family split over your assets. In the case of a blended marriage, you really need to have thought it through, you and your wife, both of you, in terms of your will, or if it's necessary, enough assets are involved with your trust that may come into being upon your death, or you may set up the trust on a freestanding basis right away. So that is one of the main reasons that you want a will. Secondly, if you have debts but not a whole lot of assets, you don't want to leave your family scrambling and having to fend off creditors because of your debts. Those debts are the debts of your estate. That is a legal entity that the state, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania recognizes. If you go down and set it up, and if you have a will, you will automatically do that. And the estate is responsible for those debts, not your wife, not your children, just the estate. If the estate doesn't have enough assets to pay the debts, then that's the end of the story, so to speak. But that estate, as a legal entity, must be in being. So either you take the time to set up your own will, and it's not that costly. It's like an insurance policy. You pay a relatively low premium for homeowner's policy because you want to protect against the catastrophic event of the house burning down. Likewise here, you're paying a relatively low amount for the protection to make sure that your assets go where you want them to go, and that your family is not caught up in all kinds of legal concerns because you haven't thought it through and have a will or other estate document in place. If this sounds a little complex to you, I'd be glad to talk with you about it further. But the fundamental answer is you decide where your assets go, or the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania does. I'd be glad to talk with you further about this. If you'd like to, give me a call at 610-821-0484. 610-821-0484. Bob Rust, Rust Law, LLC. Yeah.